Now, Whitehall sources have told us at Sky News the UK is considering deploying British troops to help land aid in Gaza, but there have been no approvals and it may not happen. It is thought, though, that they could be used to help secure aid after it's been brought to Gaza by sea and then landed. For more, I'm joined now by our military analyst, Sean Bell. Sean, it sounds like it could be a complex operation. Why is it required? Why now?
Yeah, good afternoon, Matt. I mean, the Israelis seem to have paused the fighting in Gaza at the moment, but that doesn't mean the humanitarian situation isn't getting significantly worse. Before the 7th of October, 500 trucks a day was the amount of aid going in. Even now, in this lull, there's still only about 220 trucks a day getting in, so it's less than 50% that's required. There's plenty of aid available. The trouble is it's not going to be able to get through the land routes. Air routes, we've seen for the airdrops, it's quite dangerous. You don't get the volume through. So the only way to do it is through big packages of aid via maritime route. That's why this US joint logistics over the shore, JLOTS initiative was set up, announced some time ago, to try and open a new aid route to get the vital aid into the hands of the aid workers and then out to the people of Gaza.
How will it be landed ashore? It obviously can come by sea as well. How will it be landed and how's it going to then be distributed amongst the people who need it?
Part of this was around the US initiative when it was announced in March. The ships departed the US. We're seeing some of the ships that were involved out here. They said at the time it was 60 days before they got this Mulberry Harbour type affair set up. You've got the ships out in the deep water, but you've got to then get the aid ashore. Some of this was said that it would take about 60 days, and that culminates in about 2 weeks' time when they think they'll be able to have up to 2 million meals a day offloaded with this facility. Now, the US Army ship apparently has arrived. It's off the eastern side of the Mediterranean Sea, apparently building a pontoon there. The aid would come from Cyprus and go into... Now, where would it go? You can see a little pier that's just off by your head up there. That was a man-made temporary pier that was made for the World Central Kitchen when they were doing their aid. We haven't had it confirmed, but it looks likely that's where the US would build this facility. What would they actually build there? We've got some video of the sort of facility that the US have. This isn't in Gaza. This is to illustrate the sort of capability they have, basically leading onto the shore, but from the deep water, and they hope that this will be able to be completed in a matter of 2 weeks. Now, the US is the only nation that's got this sort of capability. The trouble is the US has said they're not going to put boots on the ground. The UK is helping. They put the Royal Fleet Auxiliary vessel out in the area. What it's going to be used for, it looks like it's going to be providing accommodation and food for the US servicemen that are working there. But, of course, how do you get this aid actually ashore once you've got the ships there? The US has said we're going to have a significant partner to deliver it, but have been that vague about it. That's led to widespread speculation that the UK would get involved in that. We've had no confirmation of that whatsoever. One of the ways to do it as a military guy is, frankly, you set up a little area on the shore, which is a secure area with some tentage, some warehouses, temporary, insecure area, and then you allow the aid workers in there to offload it. But we don't know the details just yet.
It happens, though, politically sensitive. So what are the risks for any British troops who could be on the ground there?
I think there's two main areas of risk, one of which we've seen on the ground just how desperate the situation is. Whenever aid arrives anywhere down there, it's absolute carnage on the ground. Yeah. And that's not only a risk to any military folk or the aid workers, but it also means you don't get the aid to those people who need it. It goes to the people who are strong enough to get it, which is probably not your target audience.
Huge risk to this crowd here. We've heard of deaths and injuries through people trying to get aid, haven't we?
No, exactly right. And the other thing is you're putting military folk potentially boots on the ground in a war zone, which frankly we're expecting the troops to go into Rafah. But the harsh reality is at the moment, I mean, it's a hugely complex operation. We don't know the full details, but it does look like the only way to get the huge volumes of aid in that are required in Gaza at this really difficult time.
Sean, thanks for now.